In a span of 2 consecutive nights, Real Global Threat, aka the partnership between Shivam of Thailand and the Statement Andrew Tang of Singapore, now count among their members Eman Azman from Malaysia and Jake De Leon from the Philippines. Eman Azman joined Real Global Threat after he and Ho Ho Lun lost a tag match against them in Singapore on May 30. The following night in Thailand, the new trio of Real Global Threat took on Jonathan Johnson, Jake De Leon, and former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. in a trios match at Setup Thailand's latest event, Fallen Kingdom. During the match, Jake De Leon attacked Jonathan Johnson, giving the victory to Real Global Threat. Andrew Tang and Shivam have spent the last few months recruiting other wrestlers to their cause, and their efforts have been rewarded handsomely. Eman Azman and Jake De Leon are both 10-year veterans, each with multiple championships to their name. Eman Azman has been wrestling since the age of 13. Much of his career has been in Australia, where everything is out to kill you. He has wrestled giant bogans, kickboxing kangaroos, man-eating wallabies, angry Tasmanian devils. He has survived all that. He is effing dangerous. Jake De Leon, the Filipino fighting rooster. He is arguably the best wrestler to have been born, bred, and trained in the Philippines. He is the only one to have won the top championship of 2 Philippine wrestling promotions. He has wrestled multiple world-class wrestlers in their prime. Guys like Zack Sabre Jr., TJ Perkins. He has probably done everything that can be done for a wrestler based in the Philippines. This man wrestled Zack Sabre Jr. to a draw in 2024. A draw. Zack Sabre Jr., the best technical wrestler on the planet today. He wrestled that guy to a draw. He teamed up with Zack Sabre Jr. a couple of weekends ago at Dexcon Daquila. And now in Thailand, he screwed over Zack Sabre Jr. and Jonathan Johnson to join Real Global Threat. Philippine wrestling fans adopted Zack Sabre Jr. as an honorary Filipino, an honorary countryman. Now, Zack Sabre Jr. knows what it's like to be stabbed in the back by a fellow Filipino. Jake De Leon and Zack Sabre Jr. teamed up at Dexcon Daquila just a few weekends ago. Despite their combined experience and expertise, the team fell short against Fabio Makisig and El Fantasmo. Perhaps this loss spurred Jake De Leon to buy into what Real Global Threat were selling. Perhaps similar circumstances persuaded Eman Azman to join Real Global Threat. Eman Azman was also in the Philippines for Dexcon Daquila. He narrowly lost his match against Nigel San Jose. Nigel San Jose, he is a very tough competitor. He is resilient. He has a suplex machine. However, Nigel San Jose has also been called by his close friend, Fabio Makisig, as a choke artist. And that is the guy who beat Eman Azman here in the Philippines. Shivam had made an offer to Eman Azman to join Real Global Threat a few weeks before both men were in the Philippines for Dexcon Daquila. I had wondered if something might happen between these two gentlemen while they were in town. It didn't happen, at least not in front of the cameras, but who knows? Maybe Shivam was selling to Jake De Leon the potential greatness of Real Global Threat while he was here for Daquila. Maybe he was doing it much earlier than that. Or heck, maybe Jake De Leon had input on Real Global Threat from the very beginning. Jake De Leon returns to the Philippines as the newest member of Real Global Threat and as the newest 24/7 champion for Setup Thailand. Setup Thailand awarded Jake De Leon their 24/7 championship on September 2021 during the pandemic. He is one of a handful of homegrown Filipino wrestlers to have been a holder of a championship belt from a foreign promotion. Fast forward to today. Jake De Leon returns from Thailand with a new set of partners and the 24/7 championship once again in his possession. And the kicker is that Jake De Leon may offer more than just himself to the cause of Real Global Threat. Before his historic match with Zack Sabre Jr. in 2024, Jake De Leon was a member of Oro Plata Mata, the dominant faction in what was then the Manila Wrestling Federation. After his big match with Zack Sabre Jr., Jake De Leon began appearing more as a lone wolf, a solo guy. Oro Plata Mata rebranded into the Mr. C group of talents, named after their leader and manager, Mr. C. However, correct me if I'm wrong, there has never been any public mention, any tweet, any promo made by either Jake De Leon or Mr. C talking about their partnership dissolving. There was never any mention about that. For all we know, Mr. C Mr. C continues to be Jake De Leon's manager all this time. And if that's the case, it's completely possible that Jake De Leon would bring in the Mr. C group of talents to back up Real Global Threat. That's a lot of firepower. That's a lot of muscle to support the cause of Real Global Threat. Chelsea Marie, former World Underground Wrestling World Tag Champ Ravenna, Miggs Valdez, Kurt Jimenez. The existence of Real Global Threat may upset some fans. These guys are invaders. They're going to meddle in whichever local wrestling scene they want to set their sights on. I offer a counterpoint. Professional wrestling in Southeast Asia survived a crippling pandemic. It thrived despite the pandemic. Pro wrestling across the region has grown to the point where Real Global Threat can exist, where a group of like-minded individuals from multiple countries can collectively pool their resources to force their will, manifest their ambitions for themselves and the region. This collective known as Real Global Threat, they're not the New World Order. They're not Bullet Club. They're not looking to change just one company. Puso Wrestling Champion Main Max referenced the Real Global Threat during his media scrum at DexCon Daquila. Aside from the wrestlers present, I would not be surprised if few Philippine wrestling fans were even aware of who or what Real Global Threat were about. That has changed. Jake De Leon is now part of Real Global Threat. And he's bringing their message and mission with him back home. Postscript, Jake De Leon will be defending the Setup 24/7 Championship against Nigel San Jose this coming Saturday on Pinoy Wrestling Night 2. This will be his first defense since regaining the championship. What do you folks think of this upcoming match? And what do you think of Real Global Threat's prospects of becoming a force and influence in Philippine pro wrestling? Would love to hear your thoughts on the subject. Thank you for your time.